man found guilty of sex crimes against a girl in El Dorado County never made it to prison because he vanished.
The victim's family and the prosecutor's office blame the judge. Tonight in a story you'll see only on KCRA 3, we investigate how this happened.
Come on.
Speaking up about the sexual abuse she experienced when she was just 11 was painful, intimidating, and frightening.
You were concerned people would not believe you.
Yeah, like he was an adult, so I'm like, oh, people would believe the adult before me.
He is the predator, Carl Cacconie. Seen here in home video from Christmas 2015, a month before she told her mom what he did to her.
He's a monster in that he took away my innocence.
This past summer, Cacconie finally went on trial for those sex crimes inside this Lake Tahoe courthouse. The jury returned a verdict in July on 6 felony counts of lewd and lascivious acts on a child.
They believed you.
Yes, they believed me.
What was the feeling you got when you heard he was guilty on all counts?
Even though it was one of the hardest things that I'd have to go through, it was definitely like, it felt like a big sense of relief just off my shoulders.
He is supposed to be in prison right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't he?
That's the big question, is where is he? You know, he just disappeared.
Instead of immediately arresting Cacconie, El Dorado County Judge Michael McLaughlin let him walk out of this courthouse, told to return for sentencing 1 month later, where he faced a potential 18 years. Cacconie never showed up.
He's just a free guy now?
It angers me because we were so close.
She and her mom, Alana Ramirez, are scared.
He might come after my daughter.
I think about it every day. I mean, even when I go to sleep at night, it's like something that I'm in fear every day, you know? It's not a good feeling.
Who do you blame?
I blame the judge.
How in the world was this guy allowed to walk out of that courtroom?
Well, that's the question, really.
El Dorado County District Attorney Vern Pearson says his prosecutor unsuccessfully pushed the judge to arrest Cacconie the day of the guilty verdicts.
This is someone who a jury has unanimously convicted him of a number of acts against a child. Under those circumstances, there's simply no question he should have been remanded into custody.
But Cacconie had posted $1 million bond, money and assets he'd forfeit if he didn't show up to court.
$1 million to him could have been the price of freedom.
Right.
We wanted to sit down with Judge Michael McLaughlin and ask him that very simple question. Why did he allow this guy to walk out of the South Lake Tahoe courthouse? But he declined our request.
But his office told us the California Code on Judicial Ethics prohibits judges from making any public comment about a pending case.
So I reached out to a retired Superior Court judge to ask, is there something we're missing here? Is there a way to justify releasing Cacconie just minutes after the jury convicted him?
That judge told me letting someone out who is convicted of such serious felonies, even with $1 million bail, is exercising very poor judgment. A second retired judge told us it was clear this man was a danger to society. He should have been immediately remanded.
He should never let a child predator out ever again.
I felt like the justice system let us down, and it hurts.
They never planned to go on TV to share such a deeply personal story, but hope by doing so, someone will report seeing Carl Cacconie. They also want the law changed, forcing judges to cuff child predators the moment a jury convicts them.
You know, once they're found guilty, they should just immediately put them away.
Well, at trial, Jane Doe testified Cacconie also sexually abused her in the early 2000s in Madera County when she was a young girl. Cacconie's family reported him missing out of San Francisco the day he was supposed to be sentenced, and they claimed he left a suicide note. But the DA says he is very confident Cacconie is alive and says anybody who is helping hide him will also face charges.
Yeah, so it's interesting to hear what the family is saying. What does his defense attorney say about all this?
His defense attorney says Cacconie is dead. He thinks he is dead, and he says prior to sentencing, Cacconie showed up to every court hearing in this case. He thinks that may have been a reason the judge let him out before sentencing.
Yeah, I mean, this is scary. This is someone who has a history of this kind of conduct, especially against young girls. So Was anyone watching him outside of that $1 million bond?
You know, that is interesting. You think $1 million bond, but we pulled records, and it turns out he did have an ankle monitor. That ankle monitor stopped working in San Francisco the week before the sentencing hearing. And it actually took days for the authorities to try contacting him about that. As you can imagine, there's much more to the story on that. So I dig into that, and I'm posting it on KCRA.com.